Hi everybody. Okay, my hair might be like a little crazy. I might not be doing like makeup or anything, but I take care of him 24 hours a day. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I think there's a lot of hate out there that people don't understand, is that hate towards moms that want to just bottle feed and formula feed and not breastfeed. There's a lot of hate. You know, I've seen a lot of people in my groups I go to, like my Facebook groups, and there's people who bash people who formula feed. Oh, why you don't breastfeed? Breast is best. It's like, no, fed is best. You know, and there's people who, you know, who don't really talk about formula feeding. You know, people don't understand that it takes a lot and costs a lot. You know, we don't choose just to do things. You know, there's reasons why people can't breastfeed. You know, there's people who take medication like I do that would rather not give that medication to my son, and my boyfriend can bond with the baby, and his dad can go and do stuff with Daxon without me being there, and he can feed Daxon, and he doesn't need me right there. And you know, there's other things that people don't understand, is that like breastfeeding takes a lot on somebody too, and formula feeding does too. Like you need to make sure you have 2 bottles by your bedside, and you need to make sure you have it warmed if you warm it. If you don't, you're just fine. But if you know it's you know, there's things you need to know about, and sometimes it's hard to figure out how you're gonna do certain things and how you're gonna raise your kid. Whatever, is that I think people need to understand and stop hating on people who can't breastfeed, and stop pointing the finger at us because we can't breastfeed. Our childs are growing. They're just fine. My son is 10 pounds now since birth, and he's grown a lot. You can see him. He's a healthy boy. He is so healthy. Like, I'm almost done with child services. Yay. And I can tell you another thing, is that when you sit there and point fingers at people who can't breastfeed, you're basically telling new moms they're not a mom. And even C-sections, because I didn't have a normal birth, I didn't have my child go through my birth canal or whatever. I gave birth through my stomach. You know, my baby's healthy. He's fine. You know, I still have everything you guys have, but I didn't have the normal birth and the pain and everything. I still have pain from my stomach. Like, my scar, I'll always have a scar on my stomach where he came out. And when I have my second kid, I have to have a C-section too. You know, that's what people don't understand, is that it hurts having a C-section. You know, you bleed the same amount, you do the same amount of everything, but you just have a different birth. And C-sections are not the easy way out. You know, I wish I could have had a normal birth, but you know what? It was not my birth plan. And me and my OB and my actual doctor agreed C-section would be better, because I don't like being touched. There's other things. You know, I was in the hospital for 1 night, and you're supposed to be in the hospital for 2 nights, and I was out the next day. I hate hospitals. I hate sleeping in them. I hate being woken up. You know, there's so much other things. You know, I wish people would talk about formula, what kind of formula they use, what kind of bottles they use. Like, I use Dr. Brown's, the Easy Flow. You know, I wish that people would talk about that. And there's not a lot of information out there just for breastfeeding and not for formula feeding. You know, that's the one thing I hate, is that there's no really information out there for formula feeding. You know, you just pick the formula you think is good enough, you know? Oh, the diapers, you know, there's not a really big situation out there that you don't, if you don't breastfeed, you're a bad mom. Or if you don't have a normal birth, you're a bad mom. You didn't have a birth. You know, there's so many other things. You know, I just wish the hate would go away. You know, that's the one thing I wish, that the hate would go away and people would stop hating on each other and love each other. Because it's so annoying that people are like, oh, you don't breastfeed? Oh, why? It's like, why the hell is that any of your business? Like, he's growing, he's doing all his milestones. My child, who is basically 1 month old, almost 2, he has tummy time every day for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and he's strong with his head. He's so strong. He's always alert, and he smiles, and he's such a good boy. He wakes up at 3 o'clock every day at nighttime, 3 a.m. And I'll tell you something. His bassinet is not by my bed. It's by the TV. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right there. He sleeps right there. It's not far away from me. I can hear him. I can get up out of my bed. It's just for when he's going to his crib, he's not so used to me and Taylor. And it's been working out just fine. If you hate on me for having that way, then hate on me all you want. You know, I don't know if I want to disable the comments on this video, because this is going to be a very rude video that people might not want to watch and give me hate for. You know, I'm going to name it breastfeeding and formula feeding. You know, that's the one thing we don't talk about. And there should be more talked about. Formula feeding is just fine. And people need to stop hating on us. And there should be more videos about that. And C-sections. And, you know, there should be more of not putting moms down because they had a C-section, or not putting moms down because they formula feed. You know, that should be more of a common sense, and not be so much hate on us because we formula feed or we had a C-section. You know, I'm sorry that I wanted the healthiest for my son, and you know, he's healthy, he's amazing. He's a good boy, and I'm so lucky to be his mom. I don't know what I would do without him. You know, I'm so happy I have him as my son. And his dad's amazing with him, and he's amazing. Dad goes to work every day. You know, the other thing is that a lot of people look down because I'm not married to Taylor. Well, you know what? I don't need to be married to somebody to love them. And I don't need to be a piece of paper. And my fingernails are dirty, by the way. Point that out all you want. But I was cleaning something yesterday and my fingernails got dirty. I have to wash them. Sorry. And they could be having poop under there too. You know what? Being a mom is messy. It's not, if you don't want to be peed on, if you don't want to be pooped on, if you don't want poop all over your bed, then don't be a mom. You know, I can tell you this is the most amazing feeling alive. Where they hold your finger and they love you. And you're the only person they love. And their dad. Yeah. He smiled back at me. And he loves to smile. He loves to giggle. You go for people? You gonna smile for people? Hi. Oh, you're camera shy? Are you camera shy? Yeah, that's my son, Daxon. And I love him so much. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you so much. Yes. Yes. He's on a boppy. He's safe. He likes hanging out. He likes kicking his feet. I need to get a tummy time mat that he can kick, because he likes to kick, so he can kick like and make sounds and stuff. Yeah. I can't wait for him to get older and do stuff with him. Yeah. And he likes to hit himself in the face. He likes to go like this. But I hear that's really normal because they like to hear sounds. Yeah. I try to make it not happen, but apparently it's normal, so. And he did have a yeast infection. It's called theft, or whatever it's called. But he has it gone now. All the medications making him better. Yes. So I'm going to sign off here. Like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.